There are days that crack you open and somehow strangers are the ones who find you in the rubble. It was a Tuesday in November, the kind of cold that doesn't ask permission. And I was standing in a hospital parking garage at 2 in the morning, completely alone, having just watched my father take his last breath inside room 314. I couldn't move. My keys were in my hand, my car was 20 feet away, and I just stood there under a flickering fluorescent light like a human error, frozen, hollowed out, still wearing the visitor badge. They never asked me to return. And then a man appeared, a janitor, maybe 60 years old, pushing a cart with a squeaky wheel that announced him before he arrived. And he didn't say a word at first. He just stopped, looked at me, and set a cup of vending machine coffee on the hood of my car like it was the most natural thing in the world. He said, "You don't have to drive yet." Those 5 words, somehow gave me permission to be human again, to stop performing composure in an empty parking garage at 2 in the morning for absolutely no one. He sat with me on a concrete curb for maybe 15 minutes, not asking questions, not offering wisdom, just existing beside me in that particular kind of silence that only strangers can offer because they carry none of your history and none of your expectations. He eventually stood up, squeaked his cart around the corner, and was gone. And here's the thing that wrecks me every time I think about it. He will never know what that cost me, what I was carrying, or what he gave me, and I will never know his name, his story, or whether anyone has ever done the same for him. We talk endlessly about grief support, about hotlines and therapists and community, and yes, all of that matters. But sometimes the intervention that saves you is a stranger with bad coffee and zero agenda who just decides not to look away. The psychology of unexpected kindness is actually well documented. Researchers call it ambient belonging, the feeling that the world is safe enough to hold you, triggered not by intimacy, but by small, unrequested gestures from people who owe you absolutely nothing. What he gave me wasn't sympathy, it was presence. And presence, it turns out, is the rarest currency we have. We spend so much energy preparing for the logistics of loss, the paperwork, the calls, the funeral arrangements, and almost no time preparing for the moment you're just standing somewhere, demolished, needing someone to simply not walk past you. So here's the practical thing, the actionable part, the thing you can actually do with this story. The next time you see someone cracked open in a public space outside a hospital, at a roadside, in the back pew of a funeral, don't negotiate with yourself about whether it's your place. Just stop and offer the smallest true thing you have. You don't need a script, you don't need training, you don't need to fix anything. Human presence, offered without condition, is the whole intervention. I think about that janitor more than I think about most people I actually know. And I've decided that's not strange. That's just what it looks like when someone accidentally becomes load-bearing in your life without ever knowing they applied for the job. Grief will find you, it finds everyone, and you can't out-prepare it. But you can decide right now to be the stranger with the vending machine coffee, the one who sits down on the curb, the one who says, "You don't have to drive yet." And if that kind of storytelling moves you, subscribe and explore everything else we've got.